Welcome to NBA Insider Desk. Today, we bring you two major developments that are currently shaking up the NBA landscape and could significantly impact the future trajectory of the Dallas Mavericks. These updates have the potential to reshape the team's roster and long-term strategy, making it crucial for fans to stay informed about every detail. If you are a devoted Mavericks fan and want to stay on top of the latest news, analysis, and trade rumors, make sure to subscribe to the NBA Insider Desk channel. Also, turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any crucial updates regarding your favorite team. Now, let's dive into the first major story of the day. Dallas Mavericks consider a high-risk pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, betting on Nolan Chore's talent. The Dallas Mavericks find themselves in a pivotal phase, with their current season marked by injuries, inconsistency, and unpredictable performances. As a result, the franchise must carefully evaluate its future direction. One of the most significant opportunities to reshape the roster comes in the form of the 2025 NBA Draft, which presents an avenue to inject young talent and re-energize the team's core. According to a recent mock draft published by Gilbert McGregor of Sporting News, the Mavericks are projected to select Nolan Chore, a promising French point guard with a unique skill set. Initially regarded as a top 5 pick, Chore's stock has fluctuated due to a mix of challenges and setbacks throughout his pre-draft process. McGregor describes Chore as an exciting yet risky prospect. While he has displayed elite playmaking abilities and flashes of brilliance, his struggles with consistency, pressure, and the mental demands of professional basketball have raised concerns among scouts and analysts. This uncertainty makes him a bold gamble for any franchise, especially one like Dallas, which is looking to rebound from a disappointing campaign. A look at Nolan Chore's background and development. At just 18 years old, Nolan Chore has already competed at an elite level in international tournaments. Last year, Jonathan Givony of ESPN reported that Chore opted out of the 2024 NBA Draft to continue his development in France, a decision that has seemingly paid off. During the 2024 Hoop Summit, he delivered an outstanding performance, scoring 18 points and dishing out 4 assists while going up against some of the most highly touted prospects, including Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey, and Dylan Harper. Additionally, Chore etched his name into the history books at the prestigious ANGT Finals tournament by dropping an astounding 45 points in an overtime victory against European powerhouse FC Barcelona. This record-breaking performance showcased his ability to dominate on a big stage. Currently playing for Saint Quentin in the French Betclic Elite League, Chore is averaging 10.8 points and 5 assists per game. While his statistics have dipped recently, his raw talent remains undeniable, making him one of the most intriguing prospects in the 2025 NBA Draft. How would Chore fit into the Mavericks system? Standing at 6 feet 5 inches, Chore possesses the versatility to play as both a point guard and a shooting guard. His ability to orchestrate fast-paced attacks, coupled with his athleticism and court vision, allows him to create scoring opportunities for both himself and his teammates. However, selecting a high-potential but inconsistent player is always a calculated risk. The best-case scenario is that Chore develops into the missing piece that helps transform the Mavericks into contenders. However, concerns remain regarding how he would adapt to the physicality and defensive demands of the NBA. Additionally, integrating Chore into a backcourt already dominated by Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving presents a strategic challenge. Doncic is the primary ball handler and playmaker, while Irving thrives as an elite scoring option. Introducing another young guard could require significant rotation adjustments and an adaptation period for the entire team. On the other hand, A young and athletic playmaker like Kyrie could also help lighten Doncic's offensive burden, providing the Mavericks with an alternative creator and secondary facilitator. The 2025 NBA Draft is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable in recent years, with several teams looking to make game-changing selections. Alongside Nolan Kyrie, top prospects such as Isaiah Evans, Ron Holland II, and Tyler Smith remain options for the Mavericks, depending on where they land in the final draft order. Regardless of the final decision, the Mavericks' approach to the draft will be a defining moment in shaping the franchise's long-term success. If Kyrie's development goes as planned, he could prove to be a worthwhile investment, helping Dallas reclaim its position as an NBA powerhouse. For now, Mavericks fans can only wait and speculate about how the front office will strategize on draft night. Lakers eye Mavericks center in multi-million-dollar trade. The Los Angeles Lakers are actively exploring trade options and have set their sights on a new front court reinforcement. Daniel Gafford, center for the Dallas Mavericks. With a $40 million contract, Gafford has become a potential trade piece in a deal that could significantly impact both franchises. The Mavericks have been struggling with roster consistency, especially since their blockbuster trade involving Luka Doncic. Instead of stabilizing, the team seems to be drifting further from its best form. Now, the front office is facing a tough decision. Should they part ways with Gafford to improve their roster in other key areas? According to Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report, the Lakers have already outlined a trade package featuring young prospect Dalton Knecht as the central piece to entice Dallas into a deal. This approach is reminiscent of the failed trade with the Charlotte Hornets for Mark Williams, which ultimately fell through due to physical concerns. Why the Lakers want Daniel Gafford? The Lakers' interest in acquiring a new center is unsurprising. The team has long needed reinforcements in the paint to alleviate the burden on Anthony Davis, who has dealt with numerous injuries. Gafford, known for his athleticism, defensive prowess, and pick-and-roll efficiency, presents an ideal solution for the Lakers. While Walker Kessler was another name linked to the Lakers, Gafford has emerged as their preferred choice. His chemistry with Luka Doncic could also make negotiations more feasible for Dallas. Should the Mavericks trade Gafford? If Dallas agrees to the trade, they could acquire Dalton Knecht, a sharpshooter whose spacing abilities could be invaluable alongside Klay Thompson, Doncic, and Irving. However, moving on from Gafford would leave Dallas with only Dwight Powell, Derek Lively II, and Anthony Davis as their primary options in the front court. Last season, injuries plagued the Mavericks, making big man depth a priority. While Knecht's shooting could enhance the offense, losing a reliable center like Gafford could pose a major risk. If the deal materializes, it could be mutually beneficial. The Lakers would gain a much-needed defensive anchor, while the Mavericks would strengthen their perimeter scoring. However, if Dallas feels that parting with Gafford would leave them too vulnerable inside, they might decline the trade and force the Lakers to seek alternative options. As negotiations continue, all eyes are on whether we will soon see Daniel Gafford in a Lakers jersey. The next steps in these talks will likely cause ripples across the NBA market. Stay tuned for more updates.